Hi, I'm Benny.
And I'm Gage.
This is our end of year reflection.
Before taking the class, I thought it was going to be extremely hard based on what I had heard from other people. Before taking AP World, I knew it was going to be a lot of homework and research, and I was right.
My first impression of Mr. D as a teacher and person was that he was a good teacher. When we came in, I could tell he was like a friend. He wasn't strict and was very calm. He was also very lenient on our work when we turned it in. He also taught us well that first week I was there. I could also tell he was just going to be a friend, not just a teacher.
After the first 10 days of AP World, I felt really overwhelmed and did not know what to do. I didn't know what I was going to be able to do to complete the notes and the homework every single week. I knew it was going to be a huge challenge, but I still got through it.
I would say the first major challenge that I faced in AP World History was probably taking in everything that Mr. D said. Like for the first probably couple months, we were just doing notes after notes after notes, and I wasn't understanding any of it. But then I started taking notes with Mr. D, and that helped a lot.
The first challenge I faced with this class was completing the homework every week. I always got it done, but it did take over a lot of my weekends to complete it because during the week I would have so much other homework along with sports, and it was just a lot on my plate.
An adjustment I made during the first marking period to improve my performance was instead of saving all my homework towards the end, I did it a little each day so that I didn't procrastinate and wouldn't have to leave it all for the last day.
The style of studying for quizzes and tests that worked best for me was just reviewing the notes that I had made and watching Heimler history reviews. Heimler's history helped the best for me because it provided the information that I needed to know for the tests and the majority of the unit.
When I started to realize that I was improving when I was understanding the units more and I was taking in Mr. D's words better, and also when I started getting better test and quiz grades. This started especially halfway through the year, and it made me feel very happy and confident.
I did work with other students in the library just with some of my friends, and we watched Heimler's history videos together just to study. This helped me a lot because it made me retain the information I was learning better and overall get a better understanding.
And then when it comes to the DBQ, at the beginning of the year, I was very lost and was horrible at grouping the documents together and writing it quickly. It took me a while to write it at first, and towards the middle of the year, it got better. It was still pretty difficult, but not too bad. I was starting to do it quicker as well because Mr. D started to add time to our DBQs. At the end of the year test, it was really easy, and I felt like I got almost a perfect score besides the complexity points. My understanding changed a lot because I became better at grouping docs and writing faster. It is very important because it helps me learn from past mistakes, the notes and all of that.
My experience with writing LEQs was not the best. I struggled to do this with figuring out the best ideas to use and how to match them up with the prompt and the structure of the essay. This was not one of my strong areas, but I still got through it. And throughout the year, at the beginning, the DBQ wasn't the best for me. It took me 2.5 hours to write it, but towards the end of the year, I really improved on this to be able to do it in the time on the test.
And for me as well with the LEQ, I was very confused because you don't get documents or anything like that. It was just pure knowledge. But on the final exam, the prompt was pretty easy, and I had a lot more knowledge because of past notes that Mr. D has given me and the past notes that I've taken. And I feel like when it came to studying, I feel like I could have been more committed. I should have started studying a lot sooner. But I still took in a lot of information when I did study, and I watched a lot of Heimler and took notes and practice tests.
Finally, my overall experience with 9th grade AP World History course was good and bad. Although it was very stressful, I really enjoyed all that I learned and having Mr. D as my teacher to guide us through the way. Thank you.
Thank you.